And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Oathbreakers. Oathbreakers is a series I do here on YouTube where we discuss every oath breaking piece of fucking shit at a state or a federal level that is a politician. For today's episode, we'll be talking about scumbag sack of shit Tim Ryan, who is a current congressman and running for U.S. Senate, as well as fucking piece of garbage Nan Whaley, who is currently a Democrat ex-mayor who is now trying to run for governor of Ohio, who is also a massive fucking cunt, and so is Tim Ryan for that matter. So basically, several things have happened in the past 24 hours that made me want to do this Oathbreakers episode, and the most pressing of them being obviously why we're talking about that asshole Tim Ryan today, is because he literally called for the death of Republicans, including myself. And the fact that he's still allowed to be in this fucking race after the fact is absolute bullshit, dude. This man did more than I did to get a fucking federal swatting 3 years ago, and yet is still a sitting congressman and is still able to run in the U.S. Senate race. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why are we not having automatic disqualifications on every seat of power in this country right now, man? Seriously. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous entirely. This dude should have a boot in his fucking ass straight out of office over this shit, man. Not to mention, obviously, I got multiple 12-hour Twitter bans for calling his bitch ass out. And that was before I even knew about the thing here with his motherfucking ass doing the other thing. And then we're going to talk about Nan Whaley for a little bit as well. We're actually going to start with her first, I think. She's just a fucking moron, dude. She had neither, like, here's the thing. If you actually go by the primary results and stuff like that, which is pretty much who's going to vote in the general election this coming round and stuff like that in November, neither one of these people, neither Tim Ryan nor Nan Whaley, has the votes in Ohio to actually win. They'll have basically a blue Democrat stronghold in major cities, and every single rural person will tell them to go fuck themselves is what it is, dude. And that's about a 4 to 5 to 1 margin. So there's no way that they win without massive voter fraud coming into play. It's as simple as that, dude. It's the exact same way how Sherrod Brown's still in the U.S. Senate right now, and so forth and so on. But anyway, the entire point is, though, when you look into these idiots, they have done so much criminal crap, dude. It's not even funny anymore. But yeah, going on to talk about Nan Whaley for a half a minute here. There was actually 2 different things I wanted to talk about with her here. She put out basically a new set of stupid tweets here in the last couple of days. Tim Ryan, this is what I think is interesting, right? Like, okay, so I get a Twitter ban last night for quote-unquote hateful abusive conduct because I basically told Tim Ryan he was going to get his ass stomped by J.D. Vance in the November election cycle. Which, by the way, again, that's Twitter's stupid AI fucking not knowing what the hell the actual deal is what it is, dude. And so they gave me a 12-hour ban for that. And they tried to give me another ban last night because I kept calling him out on the stupid tweets is what it was, dude. But the thing is, like, this guy's fucking entire Twitter account is basically bashing J.D. Vance as his, political opponent, what it is, dude. And it's like, yet he's not getting banned for talking shit on somebody. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's absolutely ridiculous is what it is. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go through a set of tweets that I basically called this motherfucker out on later here in a couple minutes here after we talk about Tim's main story of the day and why he should be thrown out of the U.S. Senate race entirely and disqualified from the running. I mean, the fact that he's disqualified himself several times over at this point just by shit he said and, like, basically claimed, oh, when I'm a U.S. Senator, I'm going to do this thing, whatever the case be. It's like, well, you're not a U.S. Senator, jackass, so you can't actually say that stuff. And the fact that you did say that stuff disqualified you from the fucking running based on our Constitution is what it is, jackass. And this is the problem, dude, is that we, the people, are not holding these fuckers' feet to the fire anymore like that, dude. And we should be. Because it's like, no, you were disqualified from the running. Get the fuck out of here. You're not even a congressman anymore, you fucking ass clown. Go fuck yourself. The thing is, Tim Ryan should have been tossed out of the U.S. Congress, the House specifically, the day that he walked on the State of the Union address, dude. When he literally walked out on, I don't even care if it was Trump or Biden, whoever the fuck was in office at the time, dude. The thing is, he walked out during a State of the Union that Trump was president during, and it's like he should have just kept walking. He should have just kept walking his ass all the way back home here to Ohio, packed his fucking shit up, and got the fuck out of this state too, is what it is, dude. Like, I'm seriously going to call on the Ohio General Assembly at this point. I don't know if they have any power to do it, but I'm going to call on them to fucking remove his ass from the fucking running for the U.S. Senate race now, dude, over the shit he did today. Or not today, yesterday. Because the thing is, when this dude is actively calling for political violence against the Republicans and the right side of history and stuff like that, dude, no, he doesn't need to be in the fucking race anymore, dude. He should be disqualified from the fucking running based on that alone. And if they refuse to do that shit, then it's fucking ridiculous, dude. And the reason that I say it should be up to the Ohio General Assembly to do it here is because the dude is running in the state of Ohio to represent Ohio at a fucking federal level, dude. It's our election cycles that he's able to run in is what it is, dude. Or should be not allowed to run in because he should be disqualified from the fucking running is what it is. But anyway, moving on to Nan Whaley's dumbass, though. So she put out this stupid set of stuff, again, disqualifying herself from becoming governor is what it is, dude, in the process here. So this is basically the first part of 2 parts from me calling her out here on this one. So her whole tweet was, in Ohio, we need to protect reproductive freedom, clean up the corruption at the state house, prioritize community safety, lower drug costs, and invest in workers and small businesses across the state. And it's going to take a working class woman from Dayton to get it done, to which my first response was, number 1, we have protected reproduction. It's why Ohio is a pro-life state. 2, if you want to clean up the state house, start with Allison Russo and every other Dem who has taken bribes from moms demand action, which is true, and that's going to be proven at this point, dude. And then I said, number 3, number 3, we did. It's called constitutional carry, something every Democrat voted against. And then going on to the other 2 of 2 here for this Twitter thing for 4 and 5 on this thing. I said to her, 4 is about the drug costs and stuff like that. I said, 4, stop allowing big pharma to corporate lobby at any level and buy off politicians with dark money and insider trading. And 5, DeWine was literally at the groundbreaking of the new Intel plant yesterday. So that was basically a swipe at her on that one, man. So anyway, not that I'm going to vote for DeWine. I think he's a piece of shit too, honestly. If in a true just world, Mike DeWine and Nan Whaley should both be sharing the same prison cell right now for putting Ohio under at least 440 days of tyranny, because it's how long DeWine put us under that bullshit state of emergency when he was given powers as governor then. And it wasn't until the General Assembly took away those powers over 440 days later that you had him basically be restricted from being able to, declare pandemics and shit like that is what it was. And the fucked up part about that was it was after that 442 days and through a couple of lawsuits that Nan Whaley was finally forced to give up her fucking power there in Dayton for like shamdemic shit, dude, is what it was. And the thing is with her ass, it was over 450 days that she put Dayton under fucking tyrannical lockdowns and mask mandates and shit like that, dude. And again, why are these people still in office, or why the fuck are they still not in prison after this shit, dude? When they have literally committed tyranny against the American people. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, neither one of these people should be walking free right now, dude. Neither Whaley nor DeWine at this point. And it's exactly why come November I'm going to be voting for Pastor Neil Peterson for governor, because he's the only one in this race that actually gives a fuck about Ohioans and actually gives a fuck about the U.S. Constitution, something that both jackasses, DeWine and Whaley, swore an oath to uphold and have both broken it multiple fucking times over at this point, dude. Whether it be through taking dark money from fucking various people, whether it be through taking bribes from various people, et cetera, et cetera. Whether it be through depriving Ohioans of our constitutional rights to keep and bear arms, et cetera there, man. Or anything else for that matter. And yeah, they're both a couple oath-breaking pieces of shit, dude. They both committed deprivation rights of law multiple times over, dude. By taking our freedoms to, live freely and work freely and everything else like that. And being like, no, we have to shut down the state because blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah, now you're costing us fucking millions of jobs in the process. We're now going to have like another 25 to 30 years before Ohio's even back to where it was before 2019, man. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. And then people wonder why I was going to run for office. Like, that's the fucking reason why, because I'm fucking pissed, dude. And as I should be fucking pissed. So, anyway. Going on to this Fox News article, which it was all over mainstream media yesterday and stuff like that. There was an actual video clip of Tim Ryan saying this shit too, by the way. Which is, Senate candidate and current Congressman Tim Ryan tells MSNBC, quote, time to kill and comfort the extremist Republican movement. Like, how the fuck are you still in office after that, dude? How in the fuck are you still in office after that? Oh, that's why. Because this little bitch then backpedaled and falsely tried to clarify he was looking to work with, quote, normal mainstream Republicans, a.k.a. Rhino sacks of shit, dude. Like that fucking cunt Liz Cheney and that little douchebag fucking Adam Kinzinger, who are both going to be out of office at the end of the year anyway, dude. So, anyway. But yeah, as I said here, it said U.S. Senate candidate Representative Tim Ryan from Ohio declared that Americans need to, quote, kill and confront the extremist Republican movement if the nation is going to make political progress. Ryan made his comments during his Tuesday interview with MSNBC's Morning Joe, where he called in to discuss the state of the Senate race against Republican candidate J.D. Vance and with anchor Willie Geist. Said, quote, before the kill and confront comments, both Ryan and Guest spoke about how close the race has become. Less than 2 months before the midterm elections, Geist invited Ryan to increase his chances with Republicans on air, asking, what is your message to Ohio Republicans in the general election who look at J.D. Vance and say, I don't like the way he's running the campaign, maybe I don't like the guy, and are giving you a look. Well, first of all, they're not giving Tim Ryan a look. Tim Ryan's a fucking ass clown who's been in office for over 20 fucking years, by the way, who has stolen millions of fucking dollars from Ohioans in the process through his bullshit fucking $174,000 a year paycheck. Wants to sit here and bitch and moan about fucking taxation while he pays no fucking taxes himself, has committed insider trading for at least 2 fucking decades now. And it's like, yeah, how is this jerk off still in fucking office, dude? How has he not been literally dragged out in fucking handcuffs by federal agents at this point, dude? Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's a fucking Democrat. That's how. And this is what I'm saying, dude. It's a bunch of shit entirely. Like, honestly, I would love to see legislation be passed to have trial by combat for politicians, dude, where any American who can verifiably prove that these fuckers have done something criminal can legally fucking fight them in the streets, dude. Because I would pick up a shitload of fucking stuff if that was a law, and I'd be like, come on, bitch, trial by combat, motherfucker. Let's go. Fist fight time. Like, I've had it with this fucking guy, dude. I really have, honestly. Anyway. Sever wants to fucking respond to me here. Shit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's a Tim Ryan who has toted his own, damn it, who has toted his own push to acquire Republican votes and has even distanced himself from Biden to appeal to a state with a large Republican base, replied, well, I would say I'm one of the most bipartisan members of Congress. You are such a lying fucking cunt, dude. You are one of the biggest lying pieces of shit, Tim Ryan. You have voted Democrat 100% of the fucking time in Congress, dude, up to and including breaking your oath thousands of fucking times when you're voting on fucking anti-gun legislation, you fucking cockstain. Fuck you, dude. Seriously. Anyway, continuing on with this bullshit fucking quotes here, he said, quote, the last 2 Congresses, I have been at the top 10 of most bipartisan. I want to work across the aisle. No, you don't, you fucking jerk off. What you want is you want to get in the U.S. Senate while you have literally been proxy voting almost 100 fucking times this year alone, bro. Seriously, this guy has done proxy votes over 60 fucking times this year that we know about 100%, dude. And it's actually closer to 100 now because he's done it dozens of times since then. And the thing of it is, when you look at this motherfucker, what does he do for the proxy voting shit? He literally called in and was like, I got the COVID. And then the same fucking day that he went to do that shit, so he could be proxy voting in Congress, having like fucking Omar or Cortez or whoever the hell it was that was voting for him and stuff like that, dude. This motherfucker is sitting here in the state of Ohio doing campaign stops. Again, why is he still in this fucking Senate race, dude? He should have been thrown out then for that shit. He should have not only been thrown out of the race for Senate on that shit. He should have been thrown out as a fucking congressman too, dude, and been recalled from fucking office. This is why I want recall voting at every fucking level, people. This is why we need to have a 20th Amendment that includes automatic disqualifications and recall voting. Seriously. Not to mention term limits. Anyway. Continuing on with this article, though, it said, candidate and congressman admonished his own party on air, adding, look, the Democrats aren't right on everything. No, you're not right on anything, dude. Fuck you. And then claimed, I'm willing to sit down and have conversations about how we can move out of this age of stupidity and into the age of reconciliation and reform. It's called resign from office, cocksucker. That's how you fucking move forward, douchebag. It's called we don't need little fucking douchebag fucking cunts like Tim Ryan in any position of power ever again. It's called take your fucking ball and go home, dick smoke. That's what it's fucking called, buddy. Seriously. It's called take your fucking bitch ass to fucking prison, and then we'll talk about reconciliation, asshole, when you're behind fucking bars for every single crime you've committed at this point, Tim Ryan. Up to and including insider trading fucking tens of thousands of times and everything else for that matter. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Tim Ryan's the only one that's done it, dude. Fucking Bob Gibbs, who represents me in Congress right now, this fucking asshole who's retired at the end of the year, he's done it too, man. They both need to be sharing a prison cell at this point. That's what I'm saying. I'm not fucking biased to one party at this point, dude. I want every fucking establishment piece of shit behind bars right now, dude. Because they're all a bunch of fucking criminals. Anybody that's been in office, especially at a federal level for more than a couple of years, dude, is a fucking criminal, has done insider trading, should be in prison for it, just like Martha Stewart was. Like, Jesus fuck, man. Anyway, taking on with Tim Ryan's bullshit here, he continued on is quoted as saying, how do we fix these broken systems? He rhetorically asked, breaking the Republican Party into two camps. He answered his own question. Some of those answers will come from Republicans, not the extremists that we're dealing with every single day. I guarantee this fucking douchebag will call me an extremist. You know what I'm going to do, Tim Ryan? I'm going to call you a fucking extremist, bro. You are an extremist fucking Democrat, dude. You are a fucking baby-killing piece of fucking shit, dude. You are openly admitting on Twitter every single fucking day that you're sitting there bashing J.D. Vance. Oh, we need to have women's reproductive rights and be able to kill fucking kids in the womb. No, fuck you, douchebag. You need to be fucking gone from office, dude. Seriously. Your mama should have fucking swallowed, bro. Seriously. I'm gonna say it like it is, dude. Like, you're the reason why some women just need to fucking take the load in the mouth, bro. I'm dead serious about that, man. Anyway. Let's see. Tim Ryan's bullshit. He said, like Biden did in the, quote, mega Republican speech, Ryan condemned the extremist wing of the GOP in no certain terms, saying they must be killed politically. No, what he really means is he wants us assassinated for real, dude. He's a fucking democider. He 100% is, dude. And then was quoted as saying, we have to kill and confront that movement, Ryan said to Geist before arguing that only normal mainstream Republicans are worth dealing with. No, what you mean is rhino fucking cunts, dude, that are bought and paid for in your fucking uni party bullshit, dude. You fucking scumbag. Fucker. Fucking cunt. Let's see. So continued on with his bipartisan ambition, stating, I think it's going to be really, really important because we have to reform these systems. And I will tell them too, like, we've got to get the government out of our business. I'm all in on that. Then resign from office, dude, because you are the fucking government intruding on my business, dude. You, Biden, Pelosi, fucking Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, Lindsey Graham, all you fucking assholes, dude. It's just like the same thing with motherfucking governments at the state level who are infringing on gun rights, dude. Every single fucking state in this country right now should be a constitutional carry state, dude, with stand your ground legislation on the books as well. And yet more than half aren't at this point, dude. And it's a bunch of shit, honestly. Well, technically, I mean, I guess Alabama would be 25 come the beginning of 2023 would be the actual 25. So we'd be about halfway there. But the thing is, there's way less stand your ground states is what it is, dude, than that. I think it's only maybe like 15 or 20 or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. But anyway. Let's see where are we at now. Let's see. So Tim Ryan moved on to attacking his rivals' policies, including Vance's support for the recent Supreme Court Dobbs decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Quote, you see the Dobbs decision, you see, in Florida where they are trying to punish businesses. J.D. Vance is all in on that. Punishing businesses because they don't necessarily have the business culture that these ideologies want them to have. What? Oh my fucking God, dude. Dude, that is like the most retarded shit I've ever heard someone say in my entire life, man. My God, Tim Ryan is fucking retarded, dude. Seriously. He is literally retarded. I'm going to say it like it is, dude. What he really means is, when he's talking about businesses, he's talking about Planned Parenthoods, dude. He's talking about actual child murder factories in this country, dude. That suck fucking kids out of the womb and kill them. That's what this piece of shit's calling businesses, dude. Anyway, let's see. It said Ryan mentioned again government overreach into the private lives of our citizens, saying like the Dobbs decision, getting rid of birth control. What? Talking about nullifying marriages, like that is way too much government in our business. So this guy is actually admitting that they think abortion is birth control, dude. That they think killing kids in the womb is a form of birth control. What in the fuck, dude? Seriously, how is this fucking child murderer on the left right here still in this fucking Senate race? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Good Lord, bro. Oh my God, man. And what the hell are you talking about nullifying? Like, again, this is the bullshit moniker that they keep coming up with, too, by the way. Is like, oh, no, the fucking Roe versus Wade, that should have never been on the fucking books to begin with, by the way, and was a huge fucking mistake for almost 50 fucking years, dude. Which, by the way, I'm going to point something out on this one. Tim Ryan, when he was in Congress during the Obama administration around 2012, 2013, had the ability, along with Pelosi and Schumer and every other motherfucker that's been in there over a couple decades now, had the ability to codify Roe versus Wade and make it into law. You know what they did instead? Oh, our fucking reproductive rights are under attack. Please donate to my campaign through Act Blue again. That's what these fuckers do, man. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your fucking ability to kill kids or not, dude. All they want is your fucking vote. They want your fucking they want you to go there in the ballot box and vote for their piece of shit asses, dude, so that they can get back into office for another 2 years or another 6 years, whatever the fuck it is, dude, and fuck you over again in that time period. And then come back a couple years later and be like, no, bro. It's totally the other side doing that shit. This is what I'm saying. This is why we don't need a federal government at all anymore, honestly, dude. Like, seriously. This is why it should go back to state governments, dude. States' rights. Anyway, continuing on with Tim Ryan's board. Said, so I'm saying exhausted majority, Democrats, Republicans, and independents against the extremists, leading an era of reform and reconciliation so we can heal the country and move into the future, Ryan added, once again stressing that he is the bipartisan unifier. No, you're not, dude. You are just like fucking... Tim Ryan is a younger version of Joe Biden, dude. He is one of the biggest fucking dividers in this country's entire fucking history, dude. This asshole right here that I keep fucking swirling around with the mouse. Such a fucking clown, bro. I seriously can't wait to cast a vote for JD Vance, the dude on the right here, come November, dude. Like, I fucking can't wait for it, dude. And I'm going to let everybody know. And I'm going to tell everybody, be like, no, Tim Ryan needs to be tossed out of this race for this shit right here, dude. For real. Okay, that was the end of the article then. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap, dude. It really is a bunch of crap all the way around, dude. I'm so sick and tired of it, man. Again, this wouldn't be an issue if we actually had term limits in place right now for people like Tim Ryan or anybody else for that matter, dude. Where you got, you know, maybe 5 terms, 10 years, whatever it is, dude, in fucking office, and then you're just gone forever is what it is. And honestly, I would say less than that. I would say maybe like 2 terms, honestly. You get a presidential fucking amount of time in there, dude, a 1-term kind of thing, 4 years or whatever, and then get the fuck out. Don't come back. But anyway, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that, mind you, this is all before I knew about Tim Ryan fucking doing the whole thing about trying to kill Republicans / MAGA movement people and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I am part of the MAGA movement. Let's make it that fair, dude. At this point, because we need to make America great again, dude. We should have, and we could still make it again at this point, dude. You know, things were great under Trump's administration, and we've just gotten fucking complete depression underneath Biden's bitch ass right now, dude. But yeah, this is a thing that Tim Ryan put out a couple days ago here. He said, claimed new poll drop showing he was a 1-point lead over JD Vance. I don't believe that for a minute, dude. And that's why I called him out on these things. And I said, these are the same kind of polls that falsely claimed Hillary Clinton would beat Trump. You don't have a chance in this race, Tim Ryan. Ohioans hate your fucking guts, you career scumbag cunt. And then there was another one. This is actually a better one here. Let me see if I can go ahead and screen share this one. Where he was talking about being an underdog and stuff like that. It's like, how the fuck are you an underdog when, again, you've been in office for like 20 years, bro? It's just fucking ridiculous, bro. Really is, man. But yeah, here's what Tim Ryan said. This is a couple, like 2 days ago, I think. This is right before I got my 12-hour Twitter ban, by the way, first time around. He said, if there's one thing I learned from my high school football days, it's that everyone loves an underdog. Are you ready to prove the pundits wrong and flip Ohio blue? That's never going to happen, jackass. To which I responded to him and said, you're not the underdog, Tim. You're a career politician piece of shit who has stolen millions. Who has stolen millions to proxy vote every year and should have been thrown out of Congress the day you walked out in the State of the Union, you fucking Chi-Com cocksucking baby-killing cunt. Because that's what that dude is, honestly, dude. Like, you see, that's what's fucking ridiculous to me about Tim Ryan, dude. He wants to sit there and bitch and moan about, oh, I'm not in bed with China, except you literally voted to send our fucking jobs overseas, jackass. You remember that about 15 years ago, dickhead, when you literally were doing that shit under Bush's administration, you fucking clown shoe? I do. Seriously. The only, like, when you look at everybody that represents Ohio right now at a federal level, dude, for Congress, the only reason that bitch-ass punk motherfuckers like Tim Ryan, Joyce Betty, and Marcy Kaptur, who's been in office for 40 fucking years, by the way, in Kaptur's case. Joyce Betty's been about the same time Tim Ryan has, actually. And the thing is, the only reason these people were in there for fucking decades, dude, is because their districts are Democrat shitholes. They're the hell pockets of Ohio, like a Cincinnati, like a Cleveland, like a Columbus, like a fucking Toledo, or in Tim Ryan's case, like an Akron, Canton area. And that's who's voting for this douchebag every fucking 2 years, dude. It's the same idiots in our state that are fucking most of the time on EBT and shit, dude. That don't want to get real jobs and would rather sit there and take fucking government handouts and suck on the government teat every fucking 10 minutes is what it is, dude. Although, to be fair, after this last election cycle, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did audits and Tim Ryan was proven to be a cheater there as well. So, anyway. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is actually the one that I got. For those interested, this is actually the one that I actually got a 12-hour Twitter ban for because again, Twitter's AI don't understand fucking a phrasing of terminology and stuff like that, dude. So this was Tim, I believe it was either Sunday or Monday that he posted this shit on Twitter, where he said, ended the day at a town hall in Dayton talking with black voters. I'll never take your support for granted. To which my response was, you are such a pandering piece of shit, Tim. I hope you enjoy being an irrelevant cunt after November when JD stomps your ass into the ground in the midterms. And apparently the stomp your ass into the ground in the midterms is what got me like the thing for like hateful and abusive conduct or some crap like that. Because again, Twitter's fucking retarded is what it is, dude. And again, like I said in the last thing, why we need to have an actual Internet Bill of Rights at this point, why these places need to be public utilities and stuff like that, dude. So, let's see here. This was one from last night, where I actually called him Omnibus Boy. I thought that was pretty funny. For those wondering why I called him that, it was obviously because Tim Ryan's been one of these people that always votes yes on the omnibus bills and stuff like that. He also pork stuffs the shit out of those things for his own like corporate lobbying and stuff like that. Dude, his corporate donors and shit is what it is. So, which again is another oath breaking of office because he's literally taking backdoor bribes and shit from people to fucking push through a bunch of legislation is what it is, dude. And how is that not multiple felonies at that point? So, anyway. As Tim said here, said 28 years ago, the Violence Against Women Act became law, In the Senate, by the way, he disqualified himself from the running on this one because he said, in the Senate, I'll keep working to build on those landmark protections and pass legislation to keep women and families safe, unlike J.D. Vance, who says parents should stay in violent marriages for the sake of their kids. By the way, he totally took what Vance said out of context in that one, because what J.D. Vance actually said, and this was like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, something like that, when he was talking to people about some stuff. And what he was talking about was like people that have kids and stuff, like I believe is what it was, is he was saying something about how people have kids and stuff like that, even though their relationships are shitty or whatever the case be. And it's like, you know, how's a kid really going to change that? And then I think it was taken out of context because he said something along the lines of like, yeah, you know, they stay in these marriages anyway because of the kids. That's what it is, dude. And again, like, this is the problem with that kind of shit, dude, is anything can be taken out of context if you don't actually pay attention to the whole thing, dude. Like the shit with me was taken out of context, you know, 4 or 5 months ago now. Where it was like a 5-minute rant I was going on, and it was like a half a minute or so fucking thing taken out of context to where nobody gave a shit that I was actually talking about. This is why I won't date leftist chicks, dude. And that's the entire point, though. But anyway, as I said to Tim Ryan, I said, you just disqualified yourself from the race with this tweet, jackass, because you're not a sitting senator and never will be. But keep on proxy voting in Congress and see why you don't have a job in 2023, omnibus boy. So, yeah, he's just an irrelevant cunt at this point, dude. He really fucking is. And like I said, I don't care if it's Tim Ryan or if it's Nan Whaley. If they somehow, quote unquote, win these elections, I will be suing the state of Ohio to demand fucking recounts and audits and everything else like that of the races, dude, because there's no way these people win legitimately at all. They physically can't. They don't have enough voters in the state to do so, man. You would have to basically have another shutdown like 2020 and just have like mail-in voting only for these people to ever win, dude, is what it is. Like, that's the only way that they ever physically win, dude. But actually, this is something that J.D. Vance put out yesterday that I thought was pretty interesting. And mind you, this was during the time that apparently Biden's dumbass signed in the Inflation Reduction Act thing, which in of itself really should not be allowed to be called that, because all that shit's going to do is reinflate the fucking, or I should say further inflate the economic issues that we're having right now, from a recession to a Great Depression, basically. But as Vance put out here on Twitter yesterday, he said, today, the White House celebrated the Inflation Reduction Act on the day of a terrible inflation news. Meanwhile, Tim Ryan campaigns for tax cuts 4 weeks after raising working class taxes and hiring 87,000 new IRS agents to collect the bills. Ohio deserves better than these two. To which my response to J.D. Vance was, they are literally sending us towards a second Great Depression with this crap. Every last one of the yes votes on these pieces of legislation should have every dollar of their personal wealth drained to cover the cost of these bills. We'd see how quick belts tighten with that law. And that's the truth, honestly, dude. Like, if you actually had that, like if you had Nancy Pelosi or Tim Ryan or whatever it is, dude, have to physically put their cash, their personal wealth, into the beginning of like whatever it would cost for these fucking bills, you know, because if it's like going to be like, let's go ahead and say like $50 billion or something like that, dude. If they had to give up like $300 million or whatever their worth is what it is, dude. Which, by the way, I know Pelosi's like well over 100 million at this point, and there's no fucking physical way possible that she could be worth as much as she is net worth wise, dude, unless she did massive insider trading. The same thing with Tim Ryan, for that matter, dude. With his personal wealth, which I'm not sure exactly how much his is, but I know it's significantly less than Pelosi, but it's still way higher than his congressional pay would have been, dude, if you combine it all together. But the entire point is I'm trying to make it, though, if they actually had to pony up every bank account and were physically, you know, bankrupted, basically, you would see them tighten their own fucking belts real quick and be like, no, we're going to vote no against this shit, dude. Because that's what it is, dude. You have these people who don't give a fuck about how much this is going to cost, because it's not going to be them that's going to be impacted by it. It's going to be the rest of us plebes and shit, you know? Because that's what they look at us as, dude. They look at us as if we're less than them is what it is, dude. They think they're some elitist piece of shit at the fucking top, and us, the constituents, their fucking bosses, are somehow beneath them, dude. It's like, no, motherfucker. We're the ones that put you into office, and we're the ones that can rip you the fuck out of office, dude, by recall voting, by actually voting your ass out of fucking office, et cetera, in election cycles. You know, or if you actually commit felonies, guess what? We can now come citizens arrest your bitch ass, dude. If there's enough evidence to actually citizens arrest these people on felonies, dude, you can actually physically do that legally. Which is what we should have been doing decades ago at this point, honestly, dude. So, anyway. Oh, yeah. This was a tweet where I basically told Tim that more women should need to swallow. Because he said, today Senate Republicans are announcing a national abortion ban, and U.S. Senate J.D. Vance would be all too happy to jam through and codify the biggest act of government overreach in our lifetime. We can't let him get there. And I said, you are proof, Timmy, of why more women need to swallow. So, and I think it's this Saturday. Apparently, Trump is now going to do a rally here in Ohio for J.D. Vance. I think this is what Tim was supposed to be referencing, and then I called him out on that shit too as well. And this is, I think it was after this tweet was when Twitter basically tried to hit with a 12-hour ban, and we're like, oh, you're fucking doing violent conduct against people and stuff like that. And it's like, or no, that's what it was, abusive conduct against people. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Because I'm calling out a fucking sitting congressman for being the piece of shit that he fucking is? Like, what the fuck, bro? Seriously. Anyway, yeah, as Tim said here, he said, who schedules a Trump rally at the same time as the Bucks and Rockets kickoff? A Silicon Valley big tech millionaire. I think he's going all fucked up. That's who. Saturdays in Ohio are for football. And it said, donate any amount now to get a limited edition football over JD Vance sticker. And I said, most Ohioans don't give a shit about sports, Tim. We care about actually being able to survive beyond paycheck to paycheck, to where if we miss one from illness, we don't have to worry about being homeless, something you don't have to worry about because you steal from us. Fuck you. And that's the truth at the end of the day, dude. Tim Ryan can go fuck himself. And when I say steal from us, I mean the fucking congressional paychecks he's been getting for the last 2 decades now, dude. Because how is that not theft at that point, dude? When you're sitting there proxy voting on a regular basis, not even having the balls to go to Congress and do your fucking job, dude. Like, seriously, why is proxy voting even a fucking thing at this point, dude, in history? Like, take your fucking bitch ass to Washington, D.C., dude, and do your fucking job, or don't have one. How about that, dude? I swear to God, man, I'm gonna say it truthfully right now, dude. If our founding fathers were alive in 2022, they would have already kicked off the Second American Revolution against pieces of shit like Tim Ryan, dude. Straight up. Like they would have drugged this dude out and fucking arrested him on the spot is what it is, dude. For real. And the same thing with so many others as well on that one, dude. Same thing with Nan Whaley type. Same thing with all of them, dude. Same thing with every single one of these oath-breaking pieces of shit. And that's the thing, dude. Like I said, every single time that Tim Ryan is voting yes on piece of shit legislation, like any kind of anti-gun bill, he is immediately committing deprivation of rights under color of law against every American citizen, dude. And he has done it dozens and dozens of times, dude. And the same thing with Nan Whaley when she was Dayton mayor, pushing that shit and then trying to basically skirt the law in Ohio for our preemption and then getting her ass sued into the fucking ground in the process, dude. Neither one of these people should legally be allowed to run right now because they should have already been sitting in Ohio prison for a long enough time, at least 1 year and 1 day, and be disqualified from running for office ever again, dude. And they're complete and total oath breakers, dude. I think I put another one out here about to Whaley yesterday. We actually called her an oath breaker to her face is what it was. Well, not to her face, but, you know, on Twitter there's what it was. Let's see if I can find it now. I also called out Tom Wolf's ass yesterday because he was saying some dumb shit as well. So, let's see. Oh, here's a good one that I made yesterday. Yeah, I said, Tim Ryan said, while J.D. Vance is benefiting from tax loopholes for the wealthy, hardworking Ohioans are getting hit harder. Working class tax cut now. And I said back to Tim, I said, says the career politician that steals 174 grand a year from taxpayers to proxy vote on a regular basis, so you and your buddies can commit insider trading every day. Go fuck yourself, Tim Ryan. We the people have had enough of your bullshit lies. And that's the truth at the end of the day, man. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is the one I put out to Nan Whaley yesterday when she was saying some dumb shit again. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was yesterday was when the piece of legislation to arm teachers in the state of Ohio actually went into law legitimately. I think it's been the 90 days now is what it was. I think that's what she's referencing, but I'm not totally sure on that one. No, she talked about like Second Amendment stuff at the end of it is what it was. And that's the only thing I can think of offhand right now because that would make sense. I know it was back in, I believe it was right before the General Assembly left for their summer break is when they passed that legislation. And that would have been roughly around 90 days now. So, but yeah, this is what Nan Whaley's dumbass said here. She said, this dangerous law goes into effect today. Ohioans deserve a governor who doesn't trade away the safety of our kids and communities in exchange for the clout with the gun lobby. To which I responded to her, I said, funny, Nan. Shit, sorry, things going all retarded here. I said, funny, Nan, seeing as how you played a massive part in the Dayton massacre by not having the future attacker arrested in May 2019, along with every other Antifa and BLM terrorist. For those wondering what I'm talking about with that, back in May of 2019, you had a event in Dayton, Ohio, where it was a bunch of undercover feds faking to be Klansmen, and it was a little like 9 people there is what it was. And you had a bunch of BLM, Antifa terrorists, et cetera, go down there. And they were all armed, by the way, trying to basically start shit is what it was, dude. And then you had a bunch of snipers that were cops on top of rooftops. And you had a bunch of black supremacists down there being all like, oh, I don't understand why the cops are pointing guns at us. It's like, I don't know, maybe because you're armed with a big fucking scar, dude. Maybe because you have a $3,000 fucking rifle in your hand right there, dumbass. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out, jackass. When you're trying to do terroristic shit and doing threat and intimidation while you're armed, you asshole. Like, seriously, that's basically like the definition of brandishing right there, dude. Honestly, is to basically pull a gun and like threaten and intimidate people, dude. Except the thing there would be obviously you already have the rifle up and carrying and stuff is what it is, dude. And that's the only reason they weren't breaking laws that day is because Ohio has open carry laws is what it is, dude. So, but yeah, the guy who did the Dayton massacre was one of the many, many people there that day. That being said, there were also other people there like Quakers and shit. But the whole point of it was, dude, you could have, like Nan Whaley being mayor at the time, instead of costing Ohioans millions of fucking dollars for the stupid ass event, dude, she could have just yanked the fucking permit from the fucking, white hate people to begin with is what it was, dude. The people that claim to be Klansmen and shit like that, dude. And been like, no, we're not going to allow that here. Go fuck yourself. And it would have been that simple. And then if they were going to show up anyway without a permit or whatever the case be, okay, then have them arrested or some shit like that for, demonstrating without a permit or some shit, dude. Or have the fucking shit just shut down and be like, no, this is an unlawful assembly or whatever the case be, dude. Because that's what happened at the end of the whole thing. You had the whole thing be like an hour or two. And then it was basically, you had the cops like about 2 hours in or whatever it was then. We're just sick and tired of it. And they're like, this whole thing's been declared an unlawful assembly. Get the fuck out. And at that point, you end up having like, I think it was like 5,000 or 6,000 people that were all a bunch of hardcore leftists, including like Nation of Islam and shit like that there. It was Nation of Islam, John Brown Gun Club, which is another Antifa affiliate, by the way. You had Antifa there. You had BLM there. You had, like I said, a bunch of other people as well. And then you had random groups like Quakers and shit that basically were sort of in the middle is what it was, centristly wise, but they didn't want white hate in, the city of Dayton is what it was. So, yeah, it's a bunch of crap, dude. But, of course, you had the actual piece of shit shooter Betts who did the Dayton massacre 4 months after that, who was actually at that event in May. So, yeah, she 100% has a fucking part in that shit, dude. Not to mention the fact that it was the Dayton cops who literally killed some of the people there that night that they killed the dude who did the Dayton massacre. But, yeah, I think Nan was a funny Nan, seeing as how you played a massive part in the Dayton massacre by not having future attacker arrested in May 2019, along with every other Antifa and BLM terrorist. And the reason I say every other Antifa and BLM terrorist is because the guy who did the Dayton massacre he was an ally and had ties to both BLM and Antifa. I said, but we all know you hate armed Ohioans against your criminal buddies, oath breaker, a bunch of quotation marks after that then. So, And that's what it really is, dude. She hates people who are armed legally in this state. That's why she hates constitutional carry. That's why she doesn't get stand your ground. That's why she keeps fucking around when it comes to actually allowing people to just be armed and ready to fight against the shit. She's one of these defund the police people, dude, is what it is, man. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, I'm not going to sit here and suck the cops' dick either and be like, oh yeah, fucking cops the greatest thing ever, dude. No, they're a bunch of pieces of shit in fucking policing, dude. As are there and everything, dude. The biggest problem we have right now as a country is, and this is really since Obama's administration, is the militarization of police, dude, in this nation. You don't need cops to have fucking MRAPs and Bearcats and shit like that to do their job, dude. There is no need for that. What we need to have is police actually walking their beats again, getting to know the people in the communities, and actually having people in the communities, when they see something happening, whether it be a murder or whatever the case be, to actually come forward and speak the fuck up and be like, yeah, dude, it was fucking Jerome over there who killed this dude. Or it was Jerome over there who went and did a drive-by on these people or whatever it was, dude. You know? And that's the problem right now. When you don't have that, when you don't have a unification there, all you're going to keep doing is having division. And that's the thing, dude. Piece of shit Tim Ryan literally fucking was doing that stuff, dude. He's one of these defund the police thing, dude. He even came out and was like, oh yeah, fucking cops are racist pieces of shit, dude. It's like, maybe the ones you hang out with, motherfucker. Like fucking that asshole who's Stark County Sheriff right now who fucking cucked for your ass on one of the fucking campaign ads, you fucking cunt. Like, seriously. How is that, like, again, how is that dude still in office, dude, as a Stark County Sheriff right now? My fucking county. Like, how is this dude still a sitting sheriff after that, dude, when you're literally biased for a politician, bro? Like, it would be one thing if you're going to come out as an ex-sheriff or an ex-whatever the case be, dude, but it's like, you are a sitting county sheriff, bro. There has to be something on the books against that shit. And if there's not, there should be. Because, again, you're taking fucking sides politically when you should be an unbiased sheriff is what it is, dude. I mean, the thing is, though, when it comes to Stark County Sheriff right now, that dude has been very much so considered an oath-breaking sack of shit to begin with, dude, many, many times over anyway, for a while now. He's been discussed about how it was he was doing all kinds of shady shit as sheriff and stuff like that, and doing like threats and intimidation against the ex-sheriff and stuff like that. And just running like all kinds of dirty campaigns and like slashing tires and shit. And it's like, yeah, bro, like how is this motherfucker doing mafioso shit even able to be Stark County Sheriff right now, bro? Like it's fucking insane to me, man. It really is. It's fucking nuts, dude. That being said, as someone who has, had interactions with deputies because of, firearms theft and stuff like that, there's a couple pretty good deputies I've met that are part of the Stark County Sheriff's Office. And the thing is, from my understanding, a lot of the deputies hate his ass anyway, dude. Hate George. So, anyway. Yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, dude, the fact that Tim Ryan is still a sitting congressman after the shit he said on MSNBC there, the fact that he's not being disqualified from the running of the U.S. Senate race is absolute bullshit, dude, entirely. This guy needs to be told to go fuck off entirely, dude. If nothing else, be told, no, you're no longer allowed to live in the state of Ohio. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Be like, you're not allowed to run in the state of Ohio because you're not allowed to be living in the state of Ohio. You are exiled from this state for life, motherfucker. I don't know if we can do that or not, but I'd like to, actually. I think that would be an interesting thing to do, man. Just exile Tim Ryan out of the fucking state for life, dude. Because it'd be kind of like the old thing with Ozzy Osbourne, where I forget where he was at the time, doing like some kind of show, and then he pissed on something like the Alamo or something like that, and they like banned him for life from the state of Texas, I think is what it was, or something. I forget exactly I think that's what it was, but I could be wrong. It might have been something along those lines, but yeah. And then it was basically like a lifetime ban kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, get the fuck out, bro. You're not part of the state anymore. Go fuck yourself. Like I said, I really think the Ohio General Assembly, if they wanted to, they could remove Tim Ryan from the running right now on this thing, dude, because again, he is running to represent the state of Ohio. And when you're talking about fucking killing people in a political party, you're talking about political assassination, bro. Again, I got federally swatted for less than that, dude. So how the fuck is this dude able to get away with that shit? It just, oh my God, man, it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Yeah, it's time for Tim Ryan to get the fuck out, dude. It's as simple as that. The same thing with Nan Whaley, dude. It's time for both of them to completely end their campaigns and just admit their failures, and leave the running is what it is, dude. And for Tim Ryan specifically to resign from Congress after that then as well. And that's how he fixes this shit, dude. Resign from office, pull your campaign from the U.S. Senate race, and fade away as the obsolete sack of shit you are, dude. And the same thing with Nan Whaley, dude. For her to pull her campaign for the governor's race, fade away into the ether, never to be heard from again, because both of them are irrelevant cunts. They are irrelevant pieces of shit in the political spectrum of the state of Ohio or at a federal level at this point. And they are just complete oath-breaking sacks of shit, dude. And it's as simple as that. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one.